Hey Crafty fam, it's Alex Vanover and welcome back to my craft room. In this video, we are going to look at all of the May 2021 Design Bundles $1 deals, sale deals, because normally I like to go live with you guys during this hour and check out all the sales, but I have an appointment going on today during the sale itself. So I wanted to still go through everything with you and give you my thoughts on it. And then that way you can make your shopping decisions a little bit easier. So by the time this video is over, it will be time to shop those deals. So definitely get ready to do that. So let's dive into some of these deals. I'm just going to go through them one by one and kind of give you my thoughts on each of them. So first, we'll start out with the all font collection. Y'all, this is 78 fonts for $1. That is insane. And I know that sometimes these can look like they're all the same or they can look kind of overwhelming because there are so many of them. But when I'm trying to decide if I'm going to buy a font bundle, if I can just find one or two fonts out of it that I like, that's when I decide to buy it, because if I'm getting it for $1, that's still a great bargain, even if I don't download the rest of them. So in this bundle, I would probably pick Melissa as one of my favorites, and maybe this Sweet Lover because I really like that style. So the fact that there are at least two that I like this one too. Hello Crafts, and what a cute name. So at least the fact that there are at least three that I like definitely means this is a good value for me. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that everything that you buy on designbundles.net comes with a commercial license. So that's fonts, files, and SVGs. So if you're someone who sells these kinds of things, or you ever want to sell them, and by sell them, I mean make physical products using these files. You can't resell the files, but you can sell items made using these files. And you never have to worry about the commercial licensing because it always comes with purchases with designbundles.net. So something to keep in mind that is really, really beneficial. So our next bundle is this baby girl elephant holding flowers clip art. And so I want you guys to look at that word clip art, because that typically means that everything is going to be a PNG file format, which it is right here. So when it's a PNG file format, that means a couple different things. If you are a Cricut Design Space user, that means that you can use these files as print and cut files, but they're not going to go into Cricut Design Space as layered SVGs. So that means basically you can't use them with vinyl really unless they're single color, but you can use them for print and cut. But if you're a Silhouette user, then that's good news, because the Silhouette software often looks for PNGs. So keep that in mind when you're choosing projects like that. And all of these things are super cute, so it just depends on if you have any baby girls in your life, anyone having a baby girl, or anything like that. Next, we'll move on to these rainbow glitter frames. I am super excited for all of these. Here's another one that is called clip art, which basically means that it's for print and cut, or I forgot to mention sublimation. So any kind of printable craft is what these kinds of clip art bundles are best for. And it lists all the different things that you get with this file. I don't know if it tells us about file types. Okay, so they all say in PNG format. So again, these are going to be print and cut based projects. That means that you can make things using printable vinyl, printable HTV, sticker paper, or sublimation paper. And there are more options than that, but those are just kind of the basic, print and cut projects that I can think of off the top of my head. And I'm definitely grabbing these because look how stinky cute they are. I will definitely be using these for sublimation. So next we have the Happy Kitchen SVG Cut File. So when you see like anything like obviously SVG Cut File, you know that you can use these items with a vinyl cutter and cut vinyl out of these designs. And you can especially see, because these are pretty simple, pretty single color designs, that they're going to work great with vinyl. And honestly guys, I know this is so dorky. I don't know if any of you guys are Office fans, but I'm literally going to buy this bundle because it says let the beat drop. And if you guys are Office fans, you know that Dwight is a beet farmer, and I will literally buy this bundle solely for this file. But I always like having things like this on hand because I like making like edge casserole dishes and stuff, and all of this stuff works really well for that. So I will definitely be grabbing this one. This one has 52 kitchen elements and quotes for $1. You guys, that is literally crazy good for the deals. All right, so let's move down to our next bundle, which is the foliage animal Animals Mega Bundle. And I am super excited for this one. I believe this one comes, okay, so it says right here in the product description that it comes as an SVG or like a PNG, PDF, JPEG, etc. So that means you can use it with vinyl. And even if you bring items in as an SVG into Cricut Design Space, if you use the flatten function in Cricut Design Space, then you can also print and cut any of these items as well. So don't think that just because something comes as an SVG, you can't use it with print and cut. It's just optimized for vinyl, but you can also use it as print and cut. I noticed with this file earlier that there are multiple poses of cats in this bundle. So if you guys know me, you know that I'm definitely buying this solely for the cats. But there's lots of other great options on here as well. So I'll definitely be getting this one because I just think it's really, really pretty. There's a lot of great projects I can see coming out of that. It'd be really pretty cut out of paper on a card or something, but also it'd just be good in vinyl and HTV. So definitely grabbing this one. Something else to keep in mind though is that PDF files do not upload into Cricut Design Space. So if you're ever looking at one of these bundles and it only comes in a PDF format, keep that in mind. And the reason I bring this up is because Design Bundles is not just used by crafters. Design Bundles is used by pretty much anyone who uses images and fonts on the internet. So that could be graphic designers, website designers, entrepreneurs. There's all different kinds of reasons to buy files off of Design Bundles. And I know that a lot of these things are geared toward crafters, but just keep that in mind. That's why I've been reading the product description, and I would encourage you to read the product description if you're not sure if something is going to be compatible with whatever you're using it for. So this one says it's SVG Cut Files, so we already know it's good to go, but I will definitely be grabbing this one because I'm always looking for more 4th of July designs, and these are super cute. I don't know how well you guys can see these because they're pretty small, but these are like sunglasses and unicorns and just so many cute things. So I'll definitely be grabbing this one. And next we have the Farmhouse Sign, like home sign bundle, which is also super cute. I probably will not grab this one because I have a ton of designs like this, but if you plan on making home signs or anything like that, then I would definitely recommend it to you. It's great to grab these bundles that have a bunch of quotes all at once. And this one says SVG in the description, so we already know that it's an SVG file, so we're good to use it with vinyl. All right, so next up we have the sublimation background bundle, and I will definitely be grabbing this too. And this is another situation where just because I'm buying this bundle doesn't mean that I think everything, like I'm not going to use every file in this bundle, but if I'm going to use even just a handful of them, like these buffalo plaid, like ripped backgrounds, even just for that, it's worth it for $1, in my opinion. I also really like these leopard print designs right here. I think those are really pretty. You guys know I love leopard print. This one is probably, this bundle in particular is probably not one I will ever use, but for the low price of $1, it's totally worth a few files you're not going to use. So we know this one comes in PNG. So this can be used for sublimation, but it could also be used for print and cut. So I don't know how well all of these would work for like stickers, but for example, if you wanted to make stickers out of these, if you're not doing sublimation, you could do that as well. So keep in mind that you have multiple options, even if that's what it says it's for. Next, we have a font duo, which means these fonts are already paired together and they come together for $1, which is awesome. So I love having font duos because they're pre-paired together for me. So I already know these fonts look good together, which is a great bonus if you're looking for, if you're looking to use multiple fonts in the same project. You don't even have to think too hard about if they're going to look good together. And if you're one of the people who wants to see some of the glyphs or like the swashes, as a lot of people call them, on the side of the word, you can either go to the full listing of this on designbundles.net and you should be able to see it. Or sometimes if you click through the pictures, for example, this one shows us alternative characters. So it's showing us the different things you can add on to the end of your letters. So that's something to keep in mind. You're always going to want to download the OTF version of the font itself. You can remember that acronym for OTF as Open This Font. But as long as they have an OTF version of both of the fonts, then it's going to be compatible with your Cricut. I've never seen a font that didn't have those formats in it. So for fonts, you don't really have to worry about whether or not it's compatible. It's more for the images you have to be concerned about. So next up, we have these 24 birthday cake topper SVGs, and I think these are great to have if you're interested in making them. And if you've never made a cake topper before, then I have a couple tutorials on my YouTube channel about how to make them. You can do them out of cardstock. You can make them out of chipboard. Some of these finer ones would be a little more difficult with chipboard, but they are great to have, especially if you plan on doing any party planning with your Cricut. This is an SVG bundle, so it's good to go for those of you using it with Design Space. Next up, y'all know I'm about to buy this one. This is a planner bundle. I freaking love getting these, you guys, because they're so much fun. This one says it's over 70 pages of printables for $1. It literally blows my mind. And here's actually a list of all of the pages that it comes with. So it comes with a ton of different options that are all over the map, which is great because in my opinion, someone's going to get something out of this basically no matter what. So I think this is a really, really great deal. And I just love trying out different planners and printables and pages. I don't know if that's like dorky like that, but I really, really like to do that. And I don't think we know what file type this comes in, but I will tell you a lot of times these come in PDF file format. And PDFs, like I said, do not upload to Cricut Design Space. So you'll have to print this with a regular printer, but if you're going to be doing print and cut projects anyway, you should have a printer that will work. And next is the big old sticker bundle, which I love. I love all the variety in this bundle. There's Christmas stickers. There's just like fun, sassy stickers. There's like motivational ones. There's police support ones. There are like country stickers. There's so many different options. Oh, look, even Hanukkah stickers. That's kind of unusual to see. That's pretty neat. Here are some fun food ones, like just so many fun options. And so I'm definitely grabbing these guys. I love having these, especially for my planner. Stuff like this. I love having like pre-made stickers. Even though I could easily do it myself, I still like having them. Oh, and here we go. It tells us what bundles it includes here in the corner. So if you want to know for sure, you can find that here. Let's see. And it says, great for starting your own sticker business. And that's a great point because you don't actually have to design your own stickers every single time when you do a sticker business or really any business. Well, I take that back. Depending on what your business is, you can often use pre-made designs when you're getting started. And a sticker business is a good example of that because you're creating physical stickers out of these files. So let's see if it tells us what file type. Okay. It doesn't tell us what file type, but I'm guessing that they're going to be PNGs. So lots of great options in this sticker bundle. I'm 100% grabbing this one when it's on sale tomorrow. And at the time when you guys are seeing this video, it will be today. So yeah, I'm just recording this kind of late, so I'm a little bit sleepy. So our next bundle is an SVG bundle full of memorial quotes. So if you have a tendency to make memorial crafts, this is a great one for you to have. I already have a bunch of these, so it's probably not something I'm going to grab. But it's a total of $39, so it's a really great deal for $1. I like how they have that on a lantern. That's really pretty. Lots of great ways to use these kinds of things. I put memorial designs on plates and garden flags and all kinds of stuff. So this is great to have in your corner if you think you're going to need it. Next, we have the Family SVG Bundle, which is always fun. This is another one where I have a bunch of these already, so I'm probably not going to grab this one. But if you're filling up your file storage and you don't have a ton of these yet, then this is definitely a good one. Just make sure that you're going to use, maybe a handful or so of them. And if you are, then it's definitely worth it. So this one comes with 25 SVG files, which is pretty awesome. And so we already know that it's going to be compatible with Cricut Design Space. So yeah, that's a great one. So our next one is the Super Crafter Bundle. Let's see what's included in this. Okay, so it looks like it's probably a bunch of fonts. Yeah, so here's a bunch of really pretty, like very bouncy script fonts. So if you're into script fonts, then definitely grab this one. I love that love line one. That's really cute. Oh, and hummingbird is pretty as well. Man, there's a lot of pretty ones in this bundle. It's mostly script fonts, which is probably why it's named after crafters, because crafters love script fonts. But if you think that that's a good one, that's definitely a good deal for sure. It says it's on sale for $5, but for $1, you get 27 fonts, y'all. That is absolutely crazy to me. So next we have the mega bundle of watercolor florals. So notice here at the end it says sublimation PNG. Here's another example yet again of things you would use for print and cut projects, and really more ideally when you have ones with like these really fine edges and sharp points, this would be much better for sublimation than it would be as a like as a sticker or a print and cut, unless you're adding an offset to it. Because a lot of times I have found that either printable vinyl or even sticker paper tends to shred when you have really fine pieces like this one. Pardon me. So just keep that in mind depending on what you're going to use it for. It would probably be fine with water slide if you cut it all the way out. You guys know that basically everything watercolor floral is my favorite, so I will definitely be grabbing this one, especially for like these floral frames. They're so pretty, but you know, if that's your style and you think you'd use them, then awesome. I also like making floral stickers for my planner personally, so I will definitely be using them. Okay, and here's this last picture shows you like kind of all of the different bundles that gets included in the group. So you can kind of see an overview right here of everything that's included. All right, so next we have Beautiful Delight. Looks like it's just a single modern calligraphy script. It's absolutely stunning. If this is your type of style, like the very kind of, not traditional, but a mix between traditional and modern calligraphy, this is such a beautiful font. I think it would work great for wedding invitations or crafts kind of along those lines, maybe a little bit more formal crafts. It's so pretty. And like, look how big that swash is. So this is going to be one that you're going to want to make sure you use that's a large enough size that it's not going to be difficult to cut. If you were to make a word like this fairly small, you'd have a lot of trouble cutting and weeding thin areas like this. So always keep that in mind when you're looking for fonts for yourself. But wait, here's another font bundle. It says 100 fonts. Y'all, that is crazy. Like, I guarantee that you could find a couple of fonts out of this bundle to use. You know what I mean? It's just such a good deal. Unless I see a font that I feel like I already own, I pretty much always go ahead and buy these because they're just such a good stinking deal. I can't pass them up. And I really like this one because it has a lot of like stylized non-script fonts, which I love because I have tons of script fonts and I love using them, but I really like fonts like this Peach Cakes right here, or this Cabana Baby, where you've just got some different options and something that looks a little bit different. So I will definitely be grabbing these. And it says right here in the description, it has an OTF file for each font. So something to keep in mind. But like I said, I've never seen a font on design bundles or font bundles that was not compatible with my computer. Next, we have hand-lettered sarcastic quote bundles. This one usually isn't my style, which is funny because I'm definitely sarcastic, but I usually don't make sarcastic crafts. But if you are someone who likes to make like funny shirts and funny sayings and stuff like that, then a bundle like this is going to be great for you. So super, super cute. Oh, I've seen this too. I saw, I had anxiety, so I left. That's cute. So lots of good ones, even ones that I would consider using. But like I said, at this point, I just know myself. So I know that I probably wouldn't use this. But if you like doing this stuff, then you do you. And right here in the description, we know that we have SVG files. So we're good to use it with vinyl. Here's the big bundle of bundles. That's a really interesting one. So it's just a bunch of like a hodgepodge of bundles all in one bundle, which is insanely valuable and so crazy to me. The design bundles can even sell stuff for this cheap, but apparently they can because they do it every month. I'm not going to click through all of them, but if you want to go check out the big bundle of bundles, this is another great way to really increase the types of images that you have in your font library if you're still new and building things up. So we have things in SVG, PNG, EPS, and DXF formats, so we know it's going to be good to go with Cricut or Silhouette. I am really excited for this flower SVG bundle, you guys. Look how pretty this is, and I can imagine this being drawn like with some infusible ink markers to put on a mug using the mug press. Oh, I love how it's in this little house here. I see a lot of applications for these types of flowers. Y'all know this is pretty much my jam, so I know no one's surprised. But I really love these, and I will definitely be jumping on them. They're going to work great for writing, for cutting on either your Cricut or your Silhouette. All of the above, basically. I'm obsessed. 50 flower SVGs. That's amazing. Next is the Home and Family Bundle. So we'll take a look at that. And this is just a fun, this looks like a mom bundle. And another one. So it's kind of a combination bundle. Here's a Father's one, like a Happy Father's Day. Father's Day is coming up super soon, so that might be something to consider. But there's lots of options in here if you like to craft for families, or if you're a business and a lot of your customers are moms or families, this would be a great bundle to grab. It comes in SVG file format, so you're good to go, whether you want to use it as a printed cut or as a vinyl craft or whatever you want to do. So next is our Best Friends clip art bundle, and this is a really fun one. This is yet another one where you would do print and cut, and if you guys are new, you'll learn to spot print and cut projects as you get more practice. But basically anything that has a bunch of shading, like all these ladies do in the back of their pants, you can tell that we can't do that with vinyl because vinyl just doesn't allow for shading. So anytime you see, lots of colors, lots of layers, then your best bet is just to do a print and cut project if you want to use these files. And they all come in PNG anyway, so they don't come as an SVG option. But another thing I noticed about this earlier is that it does have 3 different skin tones. So I'm really happy to see that they're at least being somewhat inclusive with the images, because I always think that that's really important. And if they didn't have multiple skin tones, I honestly probably wouldn't buy this bundle at all. But they've got 3 skin tones of all of the outfits that they offer, and then they have multiple different hair accessories and 23 different hairstyles. So though that may not cover everybody's style, it's going to cover a lot of people's, and I cannot wait to sublimate images like this, because this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get into sublimation, is to make pretty images like this one. So I'm super excited to grab this one during the sale. And next we have a reading SVG bundle. So here are some fun options if you are a bookworm or if your customers are bookworms. I love to read, but I guess I just don't make a lot of crafting, book crafts. So I usually pass on these reading files, but, to each their own for sure. My favorite one probably is Bookmarks Are for Quitters. That's really, really cute. And these definitely come with the SVG file format, so you're good to use them with print and cut or with vinyl. Looks like we just have 2 more to go. So next, there's the Sunflower Porch Sign SVG bundle. I don't know that I've seen that as a bundle before, so that's a pretty unique one. And if you're interested in making home signs, this is a great one to have, especially going into the summer and into the fall. Sunflowers will be super, super popular. So I absolutely love these. Definitely picking up this one. And it comes with SVG, so we are good to use it in whatever design software we want. And last but not least, we have the Really Big Family Bundle. So this is a great option if you, again, have a lot of customers that are moms, or you make a lot of stuff for moms or dads, because this is a lot of files that you may use. I typically don't pick up files like this just because I don't do a ton of crafts for parents, but might be something to consider, especially like I said, with Father's Day coming up in a couple of weeks. This could be really, really helpful. And we see SVG right here in the name, so we know that it's going to be good to go with our Cricut, Silhouette, or whatever you want to, whatever cutting machine you want to use. So this is all 30 of the SVG fonts, files, and bundles that are available with the May 2021 $1 deal sale. So make sure by now, I'm sure it's time to shop the sale. Make sure you go snag it. You have from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time to grab these deals. So make sure that you don't miss out. And if you want to help support the content that I make for you guys, you can definitely use the affiliate link in the description of this video. It gives me a small commission of your purchase at no extra cost to you. So it doesn't cost you anything, but I make a small commission off whatever you buy so that I can continue making more videos just like this one. So please never feel obligated to use it, but if you decide to, I would really, really appreciate it. If you have any questions, of course, make sure to comment those below, and don't forget to subscribe to the DIY Alex YouTube channel if you haven't already, and get connected with me on social media. I will put all my social media links down in the description. Happy shopping!